you never told me the story of the Tame Impala artwork. I saw something about it being it's in Morocco. Is it?
It's in Namibia.
Namibia. Okay, so have you told that story of like this?
I
Like
did.
on a podcast.
Never on a
Can we talk about it now?
podcast.
Have you talked about it too much, or can we talk about it now?
Today is the day. Let's do it. Because you asked nicely. I've known Kevin off and on for 15 years, since the early days, and we just caught up a bit, and I shot some stuff for some singles, and then he and I started talking about what to do for the record, and he had the idea of going to Namibia to shoot this cover. And at first, I was almost a little reluctant at first because I didn't think anyone would want to pay for this initially.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the powers that be said yes, and we were able to go do it. So what we ended up doing was we hired my producer Taylor, got in touch with the South African production team, and we went to Kolmanskop, which is in Namibia, and we took over the town for a few days. We just shut it down.
Mm.
And because it's a big tourist hub, and essentially what it is, it's a town that was once a big mining town in the 50s, and then once the diamonds ran out, everyone just left. And so the city has just been reclaimed by the nearby sand dunes. So that sand is just blowing around this area day in and day out. So Kevin had the album cover image in mind, I think based off of National Geographic photo. I might be wrong about that, but he had seen the image before. It was like, I think this is the story I want to tell. Now, arriving and walking through the rooms, the thing that has to be kind of expressed is it's pretty depressing. The rooms are destroyed. There's graffiti everywhere. The ceilings are caving in.
Yeah.
It's incredible, but it wasn't the uplifting, magical, cosmic thing that it needed to be. And then, of course, most of the rooms were very like tracked out. There was like footprints in the sand, and it was just a mess. So how we went about making the pictures was we literally used leaf blowers to clean the sand.
Okay. Wow.
And I photographed every single room in every single building in the town. Once we got back to LA, Kevin and I sat in this room and we just looked at everything and we're like, well, what do we want to do with this? I was like, I think we make the album cover red, because at that time I was looking at his previous works and I was like, you don't have a red cover in a discography. And I think it's going to suit the room really well. So I created like artificial sunlight in the room, cleaned the room. I basically reconstructed the room and the various shots for about a month. And that's the package.